losing track of time in my mind. Watch the morning come, tell them that I'm fine. No, I'm lying, who have I become? I've been waking up and see the world in different views lately. You know how I do, baby.
Well, the good news is I did not get kicked out of ENAC. The bad news is the main monolift is completely out of commission thanks to NWB. It's actually missing a tooth. I think Kevin, the owner of this gym, is replacing it right now. He's pretty handy with like the welding and everything. Fortunately, we have a second monolift. I messaged Kevin immediately as it happened, apologizing, offering to pay for whatever it needed to be paid for. He never got the messages. His inbox like wasn't working on that day for some reason. So a few days after it, I saw him post in the private Facebook group for this gym, really mad about somebody breaking the equipment and not reporting it. I don't have his number, so I commented and I was like, hey man, I messaged you the moment it happened. That was my fault. I don't know why you didn't get the message, and I sent him the screenshots of the message. He was cool as soon as he realized that I did try to message him immediately. His inbox like wasn't working for some reason. So he was cool with it. He said it would be a really easy fix. It wasn't a big deal. He just was mad because he thought somebody did a hit and run on him. Understandably so. I feel bad that the messages didn't go through, but I did message him as soon as it happened. It's all good now. I forgot my squat shoes today, so I gotta squat in flats. I never squat in flats. Fortunately, it's just box squats, so it's a little bit more of a heel dominant type of a squat versus a regular squat. So box squatting with flats actually felt fantastic, like amazing. Like box squatting in flat soles felt better than box squatting in my normal squat shoes. I don't think that carryover would be exactly the same with regular squats, but I'm glad it felt good. Bench day calls for a quick single with 315 after warming up with the slingshot using 365, strictly for warm-up's sake. Then I had to do 4 working sets, 5 reps each, so a 4x5, all paused with 275. And then one kind of like AMRAP set. It's a set that's supposed to be 4 to 7 reps depending on how I'm feeling. So like a controlled AMRAP set. I'm rushed for time, gotta get my car into the shop in like 20 minutes, so I switched it up. Instead of doing a 5x4, I did a 4x5. So only 4 working sets with an extra rep added to each set. Using only 75% of my max, that's not gonna really exhaust me any more than the original 5x4 would have, so it's no issue. If you do change up your rep scheme, make sure it's not changing the exertion. Like you wouldn't want to do 2 sets of 10 to try to achieve that 20 rep total volume, because 2 sets of 10 is a lot and you gas yourself out. Excited for today's workout, feeling great, feeling fantastic. I'm jacked up on 1MR, gonna do deadlifts today and going to do some tempo benching today, all fairly heavy, moderately heavy, not like max territory heavy, but heavy enough to be fun at least. I know a lot of these workouts seem like you're seeing the same thing, because you kind of are, with little differences, little jumps in weight week to week, but I really want to show you guys what goes into peaking for a meet, because it's not all just maxing out every single day. You want to slowly and gradually acclimate your body into becoming as strong as it possibly can right in time for the meet. And that can be easy to mess up if you don't pay attention. If you start lifting too heavy, too soon, too often, you might, as they say, blow your load before the actual meet day, meaning you might peak too early. You might hit your max or be ready to hit your max like a week or 2 weeks before the actual meet, and then by the time the meet comes, your CNS is kind of burnt out and you can't hit those maxes anymore. Or you might not peak enough and you might not be primed to hit your max in time for the meet. You might need a few more weeks, so you want to do it properly. So you want to slowly introduce yourself into the heavier weight. Make sure you get a lot of that good volume in, that hypertrophy in the beginning of the session, in the beginning of the program, and then just slowly acclimate yourself up into the heavier stuff as you go towards the meet. So these are the first 3 weeks of the peaking program. That's why we're kind of hanging back. We're not jumping the gun on the weight yet, and we're keeping it moderate. Yeah, I got a haircut for Florida tomorrow. It's basically the same haircut, but I ventilated the whole left side of my head, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's my old haircut, just a little bit more organized now, if that makes sense. I like it though, it feels good. It's ventilated, looks clean, I like it. Anyway, Sorry for the just slew of messiness in this video. My mind has been so distracted on a couple of other things completely outside of the fitness industry, and I just to be completely honest with you guys, I won't make an excuse and say I was sick or anything like that. Just straight up have not been focused on video editing or making at all. Like, it's just been on the back burner. I've been bringing my camera with me to the gym and filming all of my training, and I've still been into the training. I haven't thought twice about the actual meat. Been loving the training. I always love lifting heavy, but I haven't thought about the meat and I haven't thought about making videos because my mind's just been so distracted like the past maybe 2 weeks. So apologies for that. Heading to Florida tomorrow morning, bright and early. WrestleMania is happening, Raw is happening out there. Ariana and I are going. Her trainer that you've seen in some of her videos, he's going to be going with his girlfriend and a couple other people from her school. We were originally supposed to all like get a big house together, and then their potatoes at planning, and then it didn't work out or it was getting complicated, so me and Ari just do what me and Ari always do, and we got our own place. It's like a 3-bedroom villa because there weren't like any options left this last minute, so we got like this 3-bedroom villa just for Ariana and I, and it has a pool and everything, so I'm so excited. It's gonna be like a nice little mini vacation. I can't wait. Went into Ocean State the other day to clear all my barbells out, my deadlift jack and everything, right? And they were tearing up the entire floor. All the main floor, like the deadlift platform, was all gone, thrown out. All they had left was like one of the benches, half of a dumbbell rack, and a couple of other things kind of all mushed together in one corner of the gym while they were tearing up the flooring around it. And they even said that that equipment was about to be taken out in the next couple of hours. So I went and got my bars, looked at the bench. It was my bench too. It was the one that was by that pole. It was the bench that I hit 345 on for the first time ever back in the video Tuesday, like 3 years ago. It was that bench. That was the one they saved. And I was like, that was my old bench, man. That was my bench, my lucky bench. And just the way it was set up next to the old like dumbbell rack, it just looked like the coolest old school Metroflex gym style setup, and I had to bench there. I had to bench one time real quick there. So impromptu, I benched. I worked up to 365 pounds, which I'm not supposed to do because I'm not peaked to be maxing out at all. But fun fact, I've hit 365 a few different times now. Home gym, other gyms, ENAC. I've never hit it once in Ocean State, so I was never able to put it on their board all the years that board was up. So as my last day there, last day that bench was ever gonna be in there, I hit 365 officially in Ocean State. And I actually got a Snapchat from a friend just a few hours after that showing me that that bench had already been taken out. So literally cool shit. Got to, last time in Ocean State, last time using that classic bench, got to get the official 365 on the map in that gym for the last time. So went to Ariana's gym today, squatted 460 pretty fast, did a 5x5 at 405, so about 25 reps total 405. It felt amazing. Nothing to really show you guys because it's pretty much the same exact workout that you saw last heavy squats. So I'll get back to showing you the rest of this peak program for this meet coming up after Florida. See you guys in like 4 days.